The sunk cost fallacy feels different in friendships. It's not about the years you've invested, but the identity. A piece of who you are is co-authored by that other person, woven into shared memories and inside jokes. Unlike a business partnership with a contract, a friendship is an unwritten, evolving ledger of mutual understanding. Ending it isn't like closing a bad investment. It feels like amputating a phantom limb, a part of your own personal history that suddenly has no place to live. Society provides scripts for romantic separation. There are breakup conversations, divorce proceedings, the symbolic returning of keys. Friendships, however, lack these formal exit rituals. There is no recognized ceremony for a platonic ending. This absence creates a profound ambiguity. Do you confront? Do you ghost? The end becomes a slow, silent fade into mutual avoidance, a process so gradual you can almost convince yourself it isn't happening, leaving a residue of unresolved tension instead of closure. According to social identity theory, we don't just join groups, we absorb them into our self-concept. Your friends are not just people you know, they are a part of your answer to the question, who am I? A toxic friend is rarely an isolated node. They are often embedded in a larger social web, a shared universe of acquaintances. To excise this one person is to risk destabilizing the entire structure, threatening your connection to everyone else. It's a social surgery with an unacceptably high risk of collateral damage. The fear of this collapse is potent because the in-group provides psychological safety and belonging. Leaving a friendship within a group forces a choice on everyone else, creating a narrative where someone must be the villain. The risk is not just loneliness, but ostracism. You might be cast out from the very community that forms a cornerstone of your identity. This social pressure acts like a container, holding the friendship together long after its internal structure has decayed, because breaking the container seems more catastrophic than enduring what's inside. Friendship's boundaries are inherently blurry. Unlike a professional relationship with defined roles, platonic bonds are fluid and context-dependent. This ambiguity makes toxicity incredibly difficult to diagnose. A cutting remark can be disguised as a joke. Chronic unavailability can be framed as simple busyness. The lines between a bad mood and a pattern of emotional manipulation are not clearly marked. You are left navigating a perpetual fog, questioning whether the danger you feel is real or just a trick of the light. This uncertainty creates a state of cognitive dissonance, the mental stress of holding two contradictory ideas. This person is my friend, and this person's behavior is hurting me. The brain seeks the path of least resistance to resolve this. It is cognitively easier to adjust your perception of the hurtful behavior to excuse it, minimize it, or blame yourself for it, than it is to dismantle the entire social and personal identity attached to the friendship. So you rationalize. They're just stressed. That's just how they are. It's a form of mental self-preservation that prioritizes the familiar structure over your own well-being. Your brain is wired to prefer predictable patterns, even negative ones. The neurochemistry of attachment, involving oxytocin and dopamine, reinforces familiar social loops. The chronic, low-grade stress of a known toxic dynamic can feel safer to the nervous system than the acute, unpredictable stress of a social rupture. The known pain of the friendship is a mapped territory. The pain of its absence and the subsequent social fallout is a vast, terrifying unknown. Your own biology can trap you in place. This trap is strengthened by a powerful psychological principle: intermittent reinforcement. The friendship isn't always bad. There are moments of connection, laughter, and support. These are the random, unpredictable rewards. Like a slot machine, these occasional wins are just enough to make you keep pulling the lever, hoping for the next payout. This pattern creates one of the strongest behavioral bonds known, making the good moments powerful enough to erase weeks of negativity and keep hope alive long after it should have expired. Staying is not a sign of weakness. It's a logical response to a complex system of psychological, social, and neurological pressures. There is no manual for this process. To leave requires becoming your own social architect, designing an exit and a recovery process where society has provided none. It is an act of redrawing your own identity map, of deciding that the cost of the familiar has finally become greater than the fear of the unknown. It's not a failure, but a quiet, difficult act of self-reclamation.
Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.